Setting up the metadata for an NFT project is fairly simple work. Let's go through the process. So the first thing you're going to want to do is grab the images you're going to be linking to a given project. Now, since this is our first go around, we're only doing this with, I believe, 11 photos. But essentially, you'll grab each of these photos and you're going to open a account on something called Pinata. Pinata. I know it's supposed to be pinata like Spanish, but it doesn't have the little, squiggly thing on top. So you'll open up a Pinata account and you'll go through the process of adding each of those images individually. Now, the reason we're adding them individually is because you want to get a CID, which is I think it's like a content identifier. Essentially, it's just what the contract is going to be able to use to link the image itself, a specific image, to a specific token. So you'll go through and individually add all of those. For simplicity purposes, I just saved this under groups as, the test project. But once you've uploaded each of these images, then what you're going to do is you're going to create JSON files for each individual token's metadata. Now, metadata is just going to be the information that links the token to the image, and if there's different traits and attributes that can be displayed on platforms like OpenSea as well. But the process of creating the JSON files is fairly simple. So what you'll do if you're operating on a Mac is I opened a code editor, VS Code, and then I created a folder for my project. So I named the general folder test project metadata, and within that I created a separate folder, just simply named metadata. Now for linking the photo, for linking the image to a given token, you'll pretty much just outline each of these files the way I have here. You can also incorporate, like I mentioned, different attributes and different descriptions for your images, like so. But given this is, just a simple process for learning how to link the images, we're just opting for the very basics. So essentially, we named the token, we gave a description of what it's used for, and then we imported the CID that was given to us on Pinata. So the way that ChatGPT directed me to do this is adding the IPFS / and then adding this ID, which was provided for us. And so individually, I'm sure there's a faster way to automate this. I mean, ChatGPT even suggested it, but I went through individually, saved each of the files. And so now we've got the metadata compiled onto our folder. Now, once all the files are saved, you can then go back onto Pinata. And what we had done is we had pressed add, we had chose folder upload this time. And then from the folder upload, we added the folder that we wished to select, and then we pressed upload. And so after pressing upload, we were able to get our folder here. Now, the reason we had done this as uploading the entire folder is for simplicity purposes, because we can use the same CID for each one of the tokens. And then the only thing that we need to edit is going to be the end portion. And so that's right here. And this is a process if you want to verify to make sure that the metadata was uploaded correctly. But each one of the tokens, the way that we navigate to the individual metadata is just editing the name of the file at the end. So this is for 8. We can go to 4. We can go to all the different files that we just uploaded, and we can correctly see that we've got the name, the description, and the image. Now, this is for verifying the metadata. The way that you can verify that the image uploads correctly is by a very similar process. Essentially, you'll take the gateway.pinata.cloud /IPFS / the ID for each of these images. So we can go ahead and grab the one for 4. We'll paste this over the one for 33. And there we can see the artwork for 4. So there you have it. This is how you upload the metadata for a folder and how you save it to the IPFS so that you can link this to your contract. Now, I am going to need to make sure that the contract is going to automate the process of which artwork is going to go with each token, because I don't want several tokens having the same image for when it's minted. So that'll be the next step, just making the edits to the contract, making sure that each token is specified to a specific image and only one token has each of those images. And from there, we should be looking good as far as continuing our process. We'll play around with creating the contract. We'll play around with using the same images for all tokens. We'll play around with creating individual tokens with individual images. But with that being said, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.